things that drop down. Hopefully that'll stay there. Okay, here we go. Well, come in closer, dear sister. Okay, the fans are loud, so we have to be loud.
Speak up.
Speak up. Okay, so a little information before we get started on our good, encouraging, uplifting story for today. It is entitled, YAMEN helped Glory Sunday become the mentor she always wanted to be. Now, YAMEN is an organization, and it is stands for Young Anabaptist Mennonite Exchange Network. Glory Michael Sunday is the young lady that is going to be interviewed by this lovely lady. Okay. So I think she's right here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm stuck. We're stuck. Okay, so a little paragraph of introduction, and forgive me, these African words are not natural for me. So, Glory Michael Sunday is from Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria, and she's currently nearing the end of her term with YAMEN, which is the Young Anabaptist Mennonite Exchange Network. She's serving as a teacher at P4T Nursery, which I believe would be a primary school. And it's in Kwangwali refugee camp settlement in Uganda. She attends Iket Akan Iktam Assembly. It's a congregation of Mennonite Church, Nigeria. And she's nearing the end of her term with YAMEN, and Glory was asked to reflect her experiences with some questions. So we'll get started.
Question 1. Let's start with the basics. What is your name? Where are you from? And where are you serving with YAMEN?
My name is Gloria Michael Sunday. Yes, I have 3 English names. I'm from Nigeria originally, and I'm serving at the P4T Primary School in Kwangwali Refugee Settlement, Uganda.
What made you interested in serving for a year with YAMEN?
It was the idea of giving back to society. I'm a product of community services. While growing up, at some stages, I could not pay for my school fees. And I had a teacher back then that was looking out for me whether I paid my school fees or not, and was encouraging, saying not to worry about all those things. So when I had the opportunity to give back to society and be a role model to children, I was like, okay, why not just try it? I loved teaching. While going to school, I was also teaching back in Nigeria. I volunteered to teach older women. There is this smile and spark on older women's faces when they know they can't afford it, but they're getting it. It's an opportunity to see that people are looking up to you like a role model. So I thought, why not do it and just be a change that people need to see?
So, why did you pick YAMEN specifically as opposed to something similar?
I specifically wanted to serve in Africa. This was my first time traveling outside my country, and I was like, okay, Africa is big. Let's explore Africa. It's a way of seeing the world and getting to meet people. It's a way of getting to learn culture, getting into different types of food and just seeing how life exists on its own differently, how people value life from a different perspective. Everything doesn't have to be on your own side. Why not just see how people see things on a different side? Maybe if you're not here, you'll not think this way.
What type of work are you doing in Uganda?
I'm teaching. It's actually why I picked the Uganda assignment for my term, because it was teaching space for a refugee camp school. I'm teaching English in primary 4 and primary 5.
What has the experience of working in a refugee camp been like for you?
It wasn't easy at first, because coming from a different part of the world, I'd never seen a refugee camp and seen people live at their lowest, but they are still living very happily. I told myself we should always have a reason to thank God, because people are seeing life in its hardest parts, and they are still living very grateful. It wasn't easy, but as time went on, I blended in with my colleagues at work. I blended in with the community. I had more friends, and eventually I thought maybe the year should never be over, because I don't know if I can always be bored here. It's a place that is very quiet, but at the same time is very enjoyable.
Is there someone you've connected with over your time at the school that really stuck with you?
I have been lucky to have a good role models in my life, and that's something I wanted to be able to be for others. When I came here, there was a girl in class that I saw who was a stubborn child, who all the teachers had written her off. I got close to her, and we got talking and became friends. And I had to spend a lot of my time after school doing extra lessons with her to get her to the level other pupils were in her class. We took the process step by step. She was having traumatic experiences back home. We addressed it. I got to talk to her mom, and then her grades started improving. Even the head teacher was surprised at how well she was doing. Then there was this day that she called, and she said she wanted to talk to me. Here in the camp, these young girls have a lot of boys asking them to have sex with them for petty cash. She came and said there was this guy who was disturbing her. So I asked her if she wanted a boyfriend at all, and she said no. She looked me in the eye and told me, "Teacher, I don't want to disappoint you." And that was a breakthrough moment for me. It was an eye-opener, and for a moment, I was speechless, because I always the one that didn't want to be a disappointment. I remember not wanting to disappoint my parent, and now someone looks into my eyes and tells me they don't want to disappoint me. I broke down, and even when I got home, it was just resounding in my ear. I never thought I'd come to a point in my life where I'd motivate someone enough that they would think that I am their role model, and they don't want to disappoint me. This is the peak of my life. Like if I don't even do any other thing, I've done this. And I've achieved a lot, and I'm very grateful that I picked this program.
Have there been moments or experiences that have challenged or grown your faith?
I didn't know I could worship God in a language I didn't understand, and I would still blend in. But here they speak mostly Swahili. This is a refugee camp with people from Congo, Rwanda, South Sudan, and other places. So it's mixed languages, but Swahili is a language mostly spoken in camp. But I connected with them because it was just like my local church. When it was time for praise and worship, they all went outside and they were dancing. I found myself joining them, and I didn't actually expect to be worshiping God in a language I totally didn't understand.
Have you found any Bible verses or passages particularly helpful or meaningful during your term?
Yes. I would say Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 6 specifically. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. This has been my go-to verse. Anytime I feel stressed or depressed, I just remember Proverbs 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Just give it all unto him. Just lay all the burden on him, and he will take it. I wrote it in on a piece of paper, and I hang it in my room, so when it seems as if too much, I just remember Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he will direct your path.
Have there been any cultural differences you've had to navigate?
When I came from Nigeria, calling elders their names is seen as a sign of disrespect. Even if the person is a month older than you, you'll have to use titles like sir, madam, senior, brother, or sister as a sign of respect. But it's quite different here because no matter who you are or the position you hold, you'll be addressed by your name. I was surprised when the kids were calling me Glory, and I was like, what? Why are you calling me by my name? I was kind of furious at first. I couldn't understand why age or seniority didn't matter to anyone here. But over time, I realized it's actually a cultural choice rooted in promoting equality and unity. People intentionally avoid titles that might make someone feel superior to others. Even when I addressed someone as sir or madam, they looked at me strangely. What I saw as a sign of respect felt awkward to them.
What would you say to someone who might be considering doing a year with YAMEN, but might be feeling unsure about it?
Everything in life is risky. There is no safe side in life. You always have to try out what you want to try out. And to anybody that is actually indecisive of whether to serve or not to serve, I'll tell you, it's fun. It's motivational. It's inspiring to be a light to someone that has lost hope. It's just a whole different thing. I can't see a reason why someone shouldn't. Anybody that is sitting on the fence, just let it go. Just take the decision, and you won't regret it.